catapulting generations of children, gone without a trace, to a secret Nazi underworld, still hiding its horrors, and an aristocrat who bathed in the blood of the innocent. Austria's past is far darker than you've been told. This is not the Austria from travel brochures. Beneath the beauty lies a history soaked in fear, cruelty, and secrets the world was never meant to uncover. Tonight, we step into the shadows to expose the forgotten nightmares buried beneath Austria's grand history. But be warned, some truths are disturbing, and once you hear them, you can't unlearn them. And if you want to help keep history's darkest secrets alive, consider buying me a coffee. Link in the description and pinned comment. Your support helps us reveal the stories others prefer to keep hidden. A horrifying legend, tied deeply to Austria's past, speaks of an entire generation of children vanishing into thin air. In 1284, the town of Hamelin, now in modern-day Germany, suffered a bizarre tragedy. 130 children disappeared overnight. The tale of the Pied Piper of Hamelin is widely known, but what's less discussed is the Austrian connection. Historical records suggest that these children may have been taken to Transylvania or the Carpathian region, which were part of medieval Austria's sphere of influence. But for what purpose? Forced labor? Military conscription? Dark rituals? No one knows. The fact remains, 130 souls, lost to history, never to be seen again. The Salem witch trials might be infamous, but Austria had its own reign of terror. Between 1675 and 1690, Salzburg witnessed one of Europe's largest and most brutal witch hunts. It started with a single accusation, then the flames spread. Over 150 people, mostly women and children, were tortured, drowned, or burned alive for alleged witchcraft. The victims were accused of consorting with the devil, flying through the night, and bringing plagues upon villages. The most horrifying part, many of these so-called witches were beggars and orphans, easy targets for a society hungry for scapegoats. Why has this massacre been largely erased from Austria's history? Perhaps because it's a reminder of how easily fear can turn into mass hysteria. If you appreciate deep dives into these forgotten stories, consider buying me a coffee to support the research. Link below. Austria's role in World War II is darker than most realize. While many associate Nazi horrors with Germany, Austria was deeply involved, often willingly. Hitler himself was Austrian, and after the Anschluss, Germany's annexation of Austria in 1938, the country became a crucial part of the Nazi war machine. Deep beneath the Alps, secret bunkers and underground facilities were constructed. But for what purpose? Torture chambers, experimental labs, escape routes. Even today, not all of these locations have been fully explored. Some say the remains of hidden Nazi treasures and classified documents still lie buried beneath Austrian soil. One such location, the Bergkristall underground factory, saw thousands of forced laborers, many of them prisoners from concentration camps, worked to death, constructing weapons of war. The conditions were inhumane, and many died without the world ever knowing their names. The ghosts of Austria's past are still here, whispering their untold stories. Are we listening? One of history's most infamous serial killers, Countess Elizabeth Bathory, is known for her gruesome acts, kidnapping and torturing young women, bathing in their blood. But did you know Austria played a role in this nightmare? Bathory's crimes took place near the Austrian border, and some reports suggest Austrian nobility helped cover up her atrocities. There were rumors that young Austrian girls were among her victims, lured by promises of wealth and luxury. When her crimes were exposed, she wasn't executed, likely because of her powerful connections in Austria's aristocracy. How many more bodies remain undiscovered, forever hidden in the shadows of Austria's dark past? Austria has long been a center for psychology, home to figures like Sigmund Freud. But not all experiments were ethical. In the 1960s, a secret psychological experiment took place in Vienna, one that involved mind control, hallucinations, and broken lives. Under the guise of studying human behavior, patients were subjected to extreme trauma and experimental drugs. Some were locked in dark rooms for weeks, deprived of food and sleep, while others were unknowingly given hallucinogens to observe their mental breakdowns. Many never recovered. Their minds were shattered, their existence erased from public records. Today, these experiments remain one of Austria's most disturbing medical scandals. Buried in the heart of Vienna lies St. Mark's Cemetery, home to one of Austria's most infamous hauntings. The most famous grave, none other than Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. But the mystery doesn't end there. Legends speak of shadowy figures, ghostly whispers, and strange lights that appear over certain graves. Some say these are the spirits of those buried in unmarked pits, victims of disease, war, or something far worse. Visitors have reported seeing ghostly hands reaching from the soil and hearing their names whispered in the wind. If you ever find yourself in Vienna, beware what lurks in the graveyard after dark. History isn't just about the victories, it's about the shadows that lurk behind them. Austria may be known for its breathtaking beauty, but its past tells a different story. If you want more untold dark history, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And if you'd like to support this kind of deep research, buy me a coffee. The link is in the description and the pinned comment. Every cup helps uncover another lost piece of history.